Alright, I'm doing it just for today. We are here, and it is time. I'm gonna be so rusty at this. This is gonna be great.
Hmm.
This is gonna be really good.
Yeah, I don't know what any of these people play. I know Mario plays Shaco. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll see that.
oh yeah, he plays tons of Shaco. Katarina Lee Sin. Two solid bands at this point. Jax too, after the buffs he got in 421. He might see some play in the future. Nobody tops the Santa Baron. I have Santa Baron, so.
I wish. What do you have to do to get that?
You had to be like a respectable or honorable player in like season 2, season 3, something like that. I can't even remember. But
Man, I wish I had that. I got the IP this year. That was a good summoner. Or the.
I was all gung ho about icons early on, but I'm just like, whatever now. So. Prom.
Yeah, once you get your ranked ones, you kind of care less.
Well, I have a challenger team that survived one split in OGN. I have both the challenger teams that has survived one split of OGN. I have their icons.
Oh,
and
I have Gambit season 3.
CLG season 3, SK Telecom, NB, Samsung because, yeah.
Alright, Thresh pick. Good first pick.
Thresh is a really strong support.
The only thing that really beats Thresh is Morg. So
yeah, but you can outplay Morg as Thresh too. Unless if she times Black Shield wrong, you can outplay it. So
yeah, it's a skill matchup.
Oh, and imagine that, Dr. Mario playing Shaco.
It's kind of aggressive.
Is that a surprise?
I thought he'd maybe ask for a trade. But,
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see.
I kind of like Alistar. I kind of like Alistar into Thresh. There's just... I mean...
That's like a hardcore skill matchup.
That is a really hardcore skill matchup, though, so...
If someone picks into it, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt, though.
Right.
Kennen. Oh boy. Please don't go teleport Ghost.
Please don't teleport Ghost Kennen. That would be interesting, actually.
I play a lot of Kennen. He needs flash pretty bad.
Kennen, I've played Kennen in the past. Kennen's pretty good.
It is. I've been playing him a lot in the last few months.
Yes, hello everyone out there in Twitch land. It's nice to see you.
I should get that up.
Yeah. The Vayne pick here.
Good with Kennen.
Yeah, Vayne and Kennen is a good combo.
Kennen's like the best peel you can get for your AD carry because they have to run through his ult to get to your carry.
Yep. Yeah, and especially with the Thresh Box and the Slicing Maelstrom, it's going to be a great combination. Or you pick Caitlyn. That's a good one pick. That's a good pick too.
Yeah, Kate can hyper carry, but she's stronger in lane. Just has that mid game.
No, he's fooling us again.
That's need to not talk.
Graves. Yeah, that's I should have known by this point. Oh.
Oh god.
Wow.
Tsunamic product? Is he a Nami only player? Because that's a pretty Nami based name.
I was about to say that is a really Nami based name. Okay, that might be mid lane Morg. Now that I think about it. Or mid lane Cow. I would love to see mid lane Cow out of Darkener. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, Shaco's kind of weak late game. Alistar, Morgana, and Shen also don't have a lot of late game damage, so their AD carry will be... Alright, Lysandra damage. I was going to say, their team looked really low damage.
Yeah, he just messaged me saying he used to play Nami. like used to main Nami, so that does make sense.
Oh.
Whoa, do it, Wrecker, lock that in. Wrecker, please.
He's just fucking with us.
He is toying with us at this point. And everybody he's crossed is viable. Okay, Callista jungle, don't do it. It's bad.
Yeah, I think Calista needs some quality of life buffs.
Yeah, she needs just some number tweaks. She'll be fine. Like,
Yeah, I think if they just gave her like 3 base damage, she'd be okay.
mm-hmm.
Or something like tiny
Just
like
a tiny, like, yeah, one of those little quality of life changes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's actually a pretty good team. They have good wave clear with Viger, good disengage with Thresh and Viger, and good engage with Kennen and Wukong.
Yes, my world's jacket is shipping. Sorry. Yeah, the engage is really strong, and also with the
good
Kennen,
disengage.
Yeah, they also have really good disengage. If they would have picked like a hyper carry instead of that Graves, like the Vayne or the Caitlyn that they were hovering, this would be perfect for a protect the hyper carry comp.
I think Kate would have been a better hyper carry than Vayne, because if you have Vayne and Viger,
yeah,
your carries are just so weak early game.
Yeah.
Whereas Kate kind of gives you that early game power spike and still hyper carry.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't want to pick too many carries.
Yeah. This does... Now that I think about it, this does seem like... I don't know. I like Blue Ez. Like, I love the Blue Ezreal build. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite build in the game. Maybe not because I'm biased because I played it last night, but... and
I don't know how good it is with this team, though.
Well, you can substitute items out. Like, I ended up building like a Bloodthirster instead of
Bork.
Yeah, instead of Bork. I went Manamune, Frozen Fist, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, GA.
Mm. Yeah, the tier kind of depends on how well you're doing your first back.
Yeah.
If you're doing really, really
and how
bad,
early you get it too.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you go back and you get a tier at 3 minutes, and other times you get a tier at I don't know, 7-8 minutes, and the 8-minute tier is kind of not worth it because it takes till at least 30 minutes to stack it all the way. Oh, and I went back and I watched the VOD, and I did mess up one thing. I'd never turned my Manamune on.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, so I lost a little bit of damage, but I still did the most damage in the game.
Alright, so blue team's got double TP.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Veigar...
Decent against Shaco.
Yeah. I'm trying to...
deal with the map pressure.
The thing is, there's no such thing as, like, a good second summoner spell on Veigar besides Flash. I mean,
I see some people on Ghost.
I've seen Ghost, a defensive... Just another defensive, like, mobility summoner on him, too. The teleporter, the Ghost, I've seen that. I've seen it a lot, so it doesn't surprise me that we're seeing teleport right now.
Yeah, Dada used to do that in OGN. And sometimes I've played Viger a reasonable amount, and sometimes you're just out of range with the stun.
Yeah.
Ghost could help. Cleanse against Morgana and Lissandra, too.
Yeah,
would have been okay. He was hovering that for a minute.
That would have been a good choice as well, but one thing I do notice is the double heal that the bot lane's running for blue team with Hostler. I'm not gonna say Hostlayer. I'm just gonna call him Hoss and ShamWow. I think I used to call him ShamWow. I don't know, but they're running double heal, and
I don't like double heal.
I don't like double heal either because it negates like, is it like half health? It only gives half health on the second heal, and that's not worth like what an exhaust or ignite would bring to a trade. So
Yeah, anytime Ezra E's in, if you're trading bot lanes, it's usually a pretty good time to exhaust him too.
Actually-
and you're giving that up for a heal.
Ezreal should never E into this. Graves beats Ez in the lane, so
Yeah, he
he has
does.
to play it. Well, a lot of people beat Ezreal in lane, so.
Grace beats Ezra by pushing.
Mm-hmm. That and Graves has enough burst damage, and Ezreal's kind of just a squishier AD carry that it happens. Especially when he hits 6. You have a BF sword and 6 as Graves against Ezreal. He has to he really has to respect that. And as we get into the loading screen, I just wanted to quickly mention, go check out TrinityForcePodcast.com. I think that's still the website. I can't remember.
It's in the info. I'm sure they can find it if they're in the stream.
Yeah, should be able to find it. But
One thing that's really good. Oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, they have Shaco. Sometimes when you play a really gank heavy jungler, you look to play a really gank heavy jungler. There's something gank assist in what lanes you want to look to gank and what lanes you don't want to look to gank. That's kind of one of the reasons old Soraka is a weaker pick bottom lane.
Yeah.
For some reason, she's no gank assist.
Mhm.
But every one of Shaco's lanes has amazing gank assist,
Oh yeah, they do.
which bodes really well for him. And Kennen and Viger are both pretty easy to gank. So
Yeah, that's accurate actually. I'm kind of just. I was hesitant
has
for a
E,
second. He has the E, but yeah, just
E's
other
not
than-
too hot when you get hit with the Shaco E though.
Yeah.
You don't go super far.
You don't go fast. Yeah. But check out just check out TrinityForcePodcast.com. Scroll around a little bit, take a listen around. You'll like what you hear. And now we're getting on to the game. Dun dun dun.
I wish there was something built into like loading screen. Actually, I can probably do it in OPTG. I was gonna say, I wish there's something in Spectator clients on loading screen you could look at runes and masteries and stuff
Yeah.
like built into the game.
Trying to think about these guys would run. Like Ezreal would be running
Standard AD,
standard 80 reds,
attack speed quints.
attack speed quints. And actually, no, I would go. Well, I would go on Ezreal. Oh, this is actually tricky. I'd go 5. Actually, Q's physical, so 5 armor pen reds, 4 AD. No, 6 armor pen reds with 2 AD reds and a. I do the 1% crit chance just because I've won so many. You don't realize how lucky you get with the 1% crit until you actually try it, and you get 3 lucky crits in a row, and you're like, whoa! But 1 crit, go a crit, red, and then armor yellows.
It's awkward playing with armor pen though. If you're in a lane where you know you're gonna get pushed under tower, the attack speed can make tower CS a lot easier.
Yeah, there's that too. But I don't know. That's the thing. It's just a judgment call of that situation. But
I just
would-
run the attack speed quints on every 80 carry. So when I
yeah,
switch
do
to
attack speed
Ezreal,
wins on every 80 carry except Ezreal, so
it just feels so awkward playing without them that I kind of just use them anyway.
yeah.
Alright.
Try to think.
Those,
Do a couple. I would do 3, maybe 4 mana regen blues, and then CDR blue. Because ideally I would go CDR blues on Ezreal.
it depends who you're playing. If you're playing any AP damage, you can't really afford to do that.
Yeah.
Against Graves Thresh, you probably could though.
Uh-huh.
That was only a warning shot.
Alright, so Viger's got Q. This isn't what you want to look to do. You don't want to scale him unless you have to. And if his team gets invaded on, he doesn't have E. That's not too good. So I would opt away from scaling until you get to lane.
Yep.
Until something happens.
Or if there's a champion that you definitely just take one ability on because it's the best ability that you can take at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
trying to think. Azir, you take W level 1 because that's the only one you could take. I guess for Lucian, you could take like a Q or E. Same for Ezreal, you could take Q or E at level 1, depending upon if they invade or not. But I don't know.
Alright, so Shaco started golems. They both did.
Yeah. What's the way Dr. Mario plays? He tends to start the top side of the map. He figured out an interesting way that you do 2 boxes high days. You do 2 boxes at golems or Krugs. I think they're yeah. Krugs. I'll mess up names of jungle camps all night long. I'm still not used to it after playing on old Summoners Rift for 4 years. But you start Krugs, you do 2 boxes at Krugs, and then you throw 2 at red. And then you drop a 3rd box when you get over there. And it makes your Krugs and your red very easy to fly through. See 2 on the bottom lane first. No signs of aggression.
No, I'd like to see Thresh playing much further forward.
Yeah, he should be up in that bush that Alistar is playing in right now. He should be. That's where he should be. But
Oh wow.
it's awkward.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he planned to do with that.
Yeah, that was. He went towards the bush. He could have. I guess Graves was positioning himself away from that bush though, since he knew he was there.
Dr. Mario's on a ward.
Yep.
Or they didn't see it, so.
Slow. Let's see some fresh. Now he comes through. Heal goes down.
Yeah, sometimes it's counterintuitive to like go on the support, but if it looks like a free kill, you kind of need to take it. If Mario would have opened with E on Thresh, he would have died.
Yep.
Graves wasn't where his bot lane could react.
Right. And first blood goes down to the top lane to a Wukong gang. Infraction going on early. Oh, Graves. Oh, he gets knocked out of his dash. Flash is forced. He's just getting greedy at this point. You need to back off. Your support's not there. You have no flash. You have a heal. He's just gonna get zoned. Yeah. Sword being used top lane for the.
If he wants to stay, he needs to use his pot.
Yeah. He should have been checking that pot way sooner. But he's gotta get greedy for it again. Get knocked up. Good hook though. Play's not gonna come through.
He still hasn't used his pot.
Yeah.
He's gonna. Oh, there he goes.
The one thing that the blue team has at their advantage right now is since Ezreal and Alistar are, well, these supports really spell based, but Ezreal is one of the more spell based AD carries. They're both out of mana at this point, so they're forced to back off early. And he's going for a Vamp Scepter.
Alright, one of the things I want to touch on, Kennen got a kill on Lissandra. It's awesome when you kill your lane, and he's like zoning her and bullying her.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything if you're not hitting your CS. Because you zone or bully to get an advantage.
He has no flash here. With the red buff, he might
won't
go
die.
down. Nope.
But,
He's also itemizing for the early hourglass.
oh.
They might trade here.
Yes.
Yep. They trade.
So as far as Shaco goes, that's not a bad play. Kennan's gonna lose like 8 CS, and they got an assisted kill. The only downside is that he's not getting EXP in the jungle.
Mhm.
But as far as like net gold and EXP goes, it's pretty favorable for them.
He is actually just 2 CS behind the Wukong, so
Yeah,
that?
CS can be deceptive in jungle though. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know where you're getting it from.
Mhm.
EXP is often better to look at.
ShamWow is focusing. They're focusing. One of the things I don't like about the way the blue team's trading in the bottom lane is they're focusing down Alistar instead of the Great, or not the Grave, the Ezreal. So they really didn't set up that gank at all either.
No, they
Player's
didn't.
down here though. He's consistent. Oh. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ron gets caught out. He got chilling smoke. Stun comes through. Wrecker's gonna be able to pick up the kill with one last auto attack, and Vigar shows himself bottom lane.
That's good. He got the kill on her initially, and when you're jungling or laning, you should time flashes in chat. And I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he timed the flash because he came back before his up again.
Have a question in chat here. At what health percentage would you recommend drinking pots in lane? Depending. Oh, gank in the mid lane.
If you're staying at 20%, you need to be using them.
Right.
Either go back or down.
There's the Shaco. This is gonna be a double kill.
Hmm.
Nice turnaround from. Nice counter gank from the Shaco to pick up the kill.
Yeah, it was strong.
Nice engage here in the bottom lane. Play's gonna come through. Heal comes out. Smoke bomb comes in. I'd say about if your health bar is 20%, 20 to 30% lower than your lane opponents, you should be drinking a health potion. Or if you get below 40%.
You also have to respect the burst of the lane. If you're at like 60%, but you're playing in any lane and you have a pot, you might as well just use it.
It also depends on the matchup too. So
Graves is really, he did himself in by staying. He didn't get much CS out of it, and he's sitting on Doran's blade.
yeah, but he's
So he-
1600 gold at this point, so he can go back and buy a BS sword.
He's losing quite a bit of gold with it though. I guess Ezreal's not getting
He's
a
not doing
huge
so
lead.
hot either in it. He didn't go the tier, so. Oh, one more hit.
Hmm.
Now he has to go back. There's no reason you should be staying in this lane.
One thing he could do is he's 100 mana right now. He could ult these last couple.
Oh, Graves. Oh, nice heal though. Double heal. Oh, he missed the ulti.
Rough.
But he's gonna be dead. He's gonna be able to get a kill.
Wukong's playing well.
Top lane. The double Zanya is hourglass build out of the top laners. I mean,
It's actually not terrible for Lissandra because
not
Cannon
really
does
bad.
rely on autos.
but I don't know. Just
Alright, Cannon's maxing Q. Do not max Q on
Max
Cannon
W.
top. Unless you're playing against, what's the longest range thing I can think of?
oh, Drown uses the ultimate to clear a pink ward.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, whatever it takes. Don't use an ultimate to clear a pink ward. That's my number one suggestion.
Alright, Cannon had flashed there. He could have killed Lissandra if he just
Yep.
like flashed and ulted.
Yep. Well, Lissandra had flash up as well, so it would have been close.
Yeah.
Well, I get Relic on Thresh and
Alright, Shaco's coming.
I need
Graves
to
is by himself.
He's walking over a pink ward though.
Hmm.
Yep, he sees it. He's clearing it.
If I was Shaco, I may have just walked over it and tried to kill Graves. Graves is so far out.
Next one comes through. Sun's gonna land onto Wrecker. 4-minute soil goes down. One more hit. Crushing blows. Not gonna be enough. Binding lands. Does he have mana for the pool? He does not
No.
have the mana for the pool.
He had mana, it wasn't off cooldown.
Oh, it was enough CD. Ah, yeah, good point. Because it is a fairly long cooldown. Relic Shield on Thresh.
Is stronger in lane.
It's
If
stronger
you
in
think
lane.
you're gonna have a hard lane, you get Relic.
Yeah. If you think you're gonna have a hard lane, then you go Relic. If you think you're gonna have a, I don't know. If you want to go for early vision control, I also recommend one of the things that I've been doing on Thresh is going Ruby 3-pot to start the game, get an early Sightstone and a sweeper, and then build your Talisman of Ascension after that. I'm just not a huge fan of facing the mountain. I'm not a believer.
I really like the face Mikhail's combo.
Face Mikhail's is a really strong combo, but if you don't build Mikhail's, then
Yeah.
it's not
They
really.
have Morgana though. He needs Mikhail's if he's playing a Morgana Lissandra.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for him not to build it.
Or just a QSS.
Yeah.
QSS will top one. Meanwhile, the top lane Kenny gets ganked. Frozen Tomb comes through. One more auto attack. The Ignite from Dr. Mario is going to be able to pick up the kill.
hmm
Just another Shaco gank coming in. They're going to push out top lane.
Grace just flash
Whoa.
forward.
Yeah, I missed that.
Dude, that's high feet.
I think
I'm
you're like a
gonna
second
assume that's
ahead of
back.
You might be a second ahead of me. Terry's going to go down top lane.
I'll pause for a second. Alright.
Here comes Wrecker.
Ooh,
Two
there
shot
is
barrage
one.
with the snipe. Cyclone's gonna come through. Flash afterwards. Is he gonna be able to pick up the kill? Are they gonna get one for that? No, they're not even gonna get anything for that. That's pretty good. I didn't realize that.
I don't like that Kennan's pushing his lane out here. Gunna's tower just died, and he has TP to react to Dragon. He should be freezing this.
Oh yeah.
If you've no flash and you're playing Shaco, just freeze lane at your tower, man.
Well, if you're a top laner and you have teleport advantage,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was
you
gonna say
should
if you
just be
didn't have
defreezing
TP.
it. CJ Entis Blaze they lost to MVP Ozone, which was then turned into Samsung White eventually. When they played in the OGN 2013 Spring Finals, CJ Entis Blaze won I think it was 16 games in a row. Maybe it was 13.
Yeah, I remember that. They lost in the finals.
Yeah, they lost in the finals 3-0 because MVP figured out their style. But one of the things they would do is this was back when the 2v1 meta was starting to come in. They would.
Oh, they just hard freeze.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, that's exactly what they would do. They let the top turret go down, and then Flame would farm for 15 minutes and then teleport into fights and just destroy people. But that's exactly what he should be doing in this situation, is freezing it, farming up, getting your Zanyas, getting your pen items, getting a little bit of tankiness. Like, all you'll need is a giant spell,
Alright, they're starting Dragon.
and they don't know about this. It's gonna land. It's not gonna be enough. Flashes the stun. Wrecker is still on the dragon. Teleport's coming in from Lissandra. Mario's coming in from over the wall. Blue team gets the dragon. Slicing Maelstrom coming in from the side. Morgana's gonna be the next casualty in this fight. Lissandra ulti goes down onto the cannon after he uses his ultimate. Blue team's running out of there. They
They're
need to
getting
kill their
wiped.
dodge at this point. 3 kills for 1, and they get a dragon on top of it too, so.
That's rough. On Viger, I play quite a bit of him personally. I think the W max is quite a bit better than the Q max.
Oh, ShamWow gets 1. Oh, the teleport! It's the stun, that's the double for the Graves. And he's not gonna chase it through. He's gonna lose the turret.
If Thrashes versus Strong Poke lane coin is a safer pick. Targets is more health regen. I think it's just the difficulty of the lane, not whether it's
Yeah.
poke or not.
Pretty much. Alright. Running through items real quick. Kennen has a finished Zanya's. to the arm guard of Lysandra.
I don't like the vamp on Ezreal.
I don't like it either.
I think that's delaying Trinity, and delaying Trinity's not something you want to ever do on Ezreal or Corki.
Oh yeah. Trinity Force, or if you do blue build, to your fist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Manamune now that it's cheaper. Manamune fist is what you want to do.
Shaco's got huge fire spike too. He just finished Shiv.
Uh-huh. Is that Skirmisher Saber? Pretty sure that's... No, that's Trailblazer?
Yeah, Trailblazer's pin.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I'm so not used to it. Pick up Morgana. Oh, the head up override. Everything missed there. Got lucky on it.
Yeah, this is pretty rough for blue. They're down quite a bit in gold, and no lanes definitively like winning.
Okay, I had to remember. I had to look at it because I don't remember what Trailblazer does. It's the smite that does like stun damage, like AOE smite or whatever it is. That's get away. Stand on top of the ward. Comes the ulti. Oh, he killed the clone. Here comes Wrecker. There's one.
There's so many times I think Bagger would kill somebody if he just maxed W.
Yeah.
If you don't max Q, you lose like 20 bonus AP. Like, you'll miss a couple of kills every game or so just from not having the burst for maxing W.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Morellos on Veigar. When you think about it.
I'm not when you're playing double AP.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go Athenes if you're going to commit to farm. If you're going to commit to roaming and ganking, just get DFG.
That's part of the
Morales
reason why I don't like the Hourglass rush on either one of the top laners. I mean, it's great on them, but I guess there's nothing really you can build in that situation. But Sun's gonna land. I think he DC'd.
Yeah, you do.
He DC'd.
BM.
The BM. But they might get a BM kill in return.
That's a good hook.
Looks at it like, Thresh. Thresh is dead. Yeah, just...
When you're playing Thresh and you do that, turn around and play backwards.
Yeah.
It might seem small, but if it was really close, your AD might get an extra auto attack.
Mm-hmm. And this Graves just has an item advantage in this lane too, if you look at it.
Mm-hmm. He is eating a lot of Qs.
Yeah.
He's not playing behind his creeps, which is kind of awkward against Ezreal.
Yeah, it is. Okay. If he just put quick draws in and buckshot trades real quick, he should be winning these against Ezreal. Talisman of Ascension.
This is scary.
Yeah.
Alistair's split maxing. It's kind of weird. He's got 4 and 4.
Who?
Alistair.
Really?
I don't think it's a big deal on
I don't think
Alistair, but it's just kind of funky.
LT. Box comes down. Go through this. They're running right into a Morgana. Binding's gonna land. Fool goes down. He's dead. Here comes Wukong. Ezreal live. Flash. Oh, flashes into the collateral damage.
Calculated.
Yep. Wrecker's gonna go down to the Morgana. Darkhair might be able to get some CC down on it, but
if he would have killed Alistair, it would have been calculated. My attempted upon.
Calculated. Yeah, I got you. I was thinking about it, but I'm like...
Yeah, no, when you're playing Graves in the easy or any easy matchup, play behind your creeps if you're not confident you can dodge Qs.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna play off creeps to like bully really hard or something, try not to make your movements too linear or predictable. Like click really...
You can play on creep against Ez.
Yeah.
Like between your melees and your your casters.
I've seen clicking a lot of smooth straight lines. You just want to click really close to like the right and left of your character, so he's like kind of jerks around and he's like
Yeah.
not easy to
Just
hit.
subtle movements. You don't want to be too predictable, but at the same time, you don't want to like just stand in the same spot as well.
Mhm.
Oh, that flash was just completely unnecessary. He was dead.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is a dragon. Unless,
Yeah, it's the second drag.
unless they get the steal. No, blue team got first strike.
Oh, wow, they did. I thought Shaco took it.
No, Wukong got the smite.
Oh, okay.
Wicker got it, but now they get a dragon. And
Mhm.
Wicker's in a bad spot.
Baggers to lead DC.
Triple kill. Excuse me. You got to kill with the clone. Wukong came in from the backside and tried to ult on the back line, and he killed the Shaco clone. And it did enough damage that it ended up. Or maybe it just exploded. I can't remember. It just it exploded and killed him, so that was interesting to see. He's going Hydra too. It's going all in on.
Hydra's pretty normal on Shaco jungle right now. Last season people built Bork, but it's hard to clear with Bork.
Mhm.
Shaco is no fan with farming jungle camps. His clone's weird though. It's ooh, maxing Q last.
On Shaco?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I feel like 3 points. Just like 2 points in box would be enough. Man. Bunch of flashes in the top lane. Thresh is dead again. Comes in and just steals the kill with an auto attack. See, they're shoving us out here. It's a really good move.
Graves is getting eaten with like so many
Oh,
easy
yeah.
Qs this game. This is rough.
Well, he was hit our creeps there to block, but still at the same time, he's dead. He just should have bailed sooner. Ali's gonna tank it. That teleport's not gonna matter. We should have. Oh, that's double teleports.
Ooh.
That's actually really good on his part. Nice headbutt though, to stop the slicing maelstrom from coming into his team. But the Primordial Burst coming in from Vigar just ends him.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those instances where I've played so much Kenna, I think he's gonna die, but Kenna just doesn't have a lot of burst right now with his items.
Yeah.
He's got Zonies and Mercs.
He went, the Mercs is. I like Mercs, but I don't know how I don't know. It's like 50-50 for me.
I'm fine with them this game. It's just
He does not.
it's not helping their damage problem at all. He does need him though.
They have Locket on the other team, so
Hmm.
I think I'm like haunting guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Haunting
would
Guy's
like to
situation.
see Haunting guys on Kennen first, and not Hourglass this game.
Yeah. Since he even got an. Oh, excuse me, as Wukong just cyclones Ezreal down. He was going to come through, but I think it's going to be enough. Yeah, the one last auto attack's going to finish him off. But he had the early advantage in the top lane. He should have. Oh, but. Cal. Fresh. Just dead again. All goes down on the Graves. Vigar's getting first down the back line. But he gets one kill in return. It's a nice 3 for 2. Not 3 for 2, including the Ezreal pick they got earlier. But here's the Hani guys.
You want to think about like what you're building when you build something like Haunting guys, and sometimes if they don't have a lot of high health targets, Leandri's isn't as good. But
Yeah, but you can
Orc has
also just
Thrower.
stop at. You can just stop at the Hani guys. That's the stats you get from it are perfectly worth the gold that it is.
no,
in
that's
the early
true.
game.
This game though, like Leandri's is a good buy. Morg has a row and Alistar has a ton of health.
Mhm.
And Ezreal's a Trinity, which is kind of tanky in the mid game.
Yeah, it's surprisingly tanky in the mid game.
You have to like play him and then play like Vayne without like the health, and then you can compare it.
Mhm.
It's awkward to get used to.
Yeah.
Graves did bought the right thing though in Static Shiv. His team's behind, so he needs wave clear.
Mhm. He just needs him and Wukong are the ones that have the most kills on the team at this point. So I'm not saying build carry jungler, but he is building. Oh, excuse me. This is one of the. Actually, I played a game with Wrecker. It was last night, and it was Punch, Dom, Chira, Ponophobia, Wrecker, and myself, and we had a nice talk about double brutalize our junglers. Actually,
Buying Ghostblade and then another one.
no, the warrior enchant on jungle items builds brutalizer.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So,
I'm thinking triple brutalizer.
yeah, triple brutalizer is overkill.
I do know Rengar. Get Ghostblade, a warrior, and then you just sit on the
Play
third one.
warrior and then never build Black Cleaver.
You sit on the third one. You build to Black Cleaver like really, really late.
Like
But-
last item Black Cleaver. Like
Yeah.
last offensive item Black Cleaver. That does make sense.
It's decent though.
Yeah.
Last Whisper. Rengar's a little different though.
Rengar is
Rengar and
a
split pushing.
lot different. Yeah.
This is
They're gonna
free
trade
trade.
Dragon for Destroyer.
Maybe not. That's a good Ezreal. It's one of the strongest things. You really have to pay attention to. If you ever watch a competitive match, watch the Ezreal ults on the lanes he's not in. You'll see a lot of like wave manipulation, like just weird pushing
Uh-huh.
and things like that. Especially when Baron's in play. When Baron's in play, watch Ezreal. He's gonna ult bot lane. It'll seem random, but like the wave will start pushing.
Yeah. It's all about that wave manipulation. If you can get a huge wave to hit a turret, oh, frown. Frown, you lost your turret, buddy. Sorry.
Brown's probably gonna get victory and consolation. We'll see.
Who knows?
Wukong's getting randoms. I like randoms a lot. It's just such a strong item. I can never tell somebody like it's bad to build it.
Yeah, Randuin's is pretty good. Someone's gonna land. Nice double knock.
Oh,
Oh, the
oh,
binding snipe.
Chunk City.
That was pretty good damage coming out there.
How much is that?
He's got like 260 AP or something like that.
Yeah, it is.
280. So,
But 557 damage right now.
yeah, because the ratio on it is ridiculous. It's like 0.9. Pretty sure that's 0.9 ratio on Q. And then
Let's see what
Pool-
this.
Pool does percent health. Is the percent health missing?
Yeah, it's 0.9. No, it's not 700. I'm mousing over it right now. It's 557. Someone in chat said 7.
Like 700 damage. Hotshot GG.
Over 9,000.
But more cool scales with missing health, so pretty good. Oh, nice Cyclone coming in. But the good exhaust from Dark Mirror here. Stun. That was a really effective Black Shield from the Morgana. That's a true. Oh, and he gets the snipe. Good shot.
Ezreal has the vamp. I'd like to see him just build something out of the vamp. The pickaxe is kind of awkward at this point.
Just he's gonna go last Whisper.
Yeah.
Maybe Infinity Edge. Bloodthirster would be a good item in this situation too.
And if you're gonna go Bork, you need to do it early.
Oh yeah, early Borg. Especially
I might get Bork. Just
I know.
put the pedal to the metal and end this game.
they don't have enough health for Borg to be effective. They don't have enough armor yet for a Last Whisper to be a good item. It's either going to be an Infinity Edge or a Bloodthirster, most likely.
I think they have enough Last Whisper. They have 2 hourglasses and Warden's Mail.
Oh, the Zanyas. But it doesn't matter. Nice root. The ulti goes down. That's a double kill for Dr. Mario. Here comes the slicing missile. Try nice flash. And then Zanyas, all the Zanyas, collateral damage comes through. Aggro's the red buff.
Hook shot.
That cheeky slide flash.
When you're playing AD carry in a team fight like that, he had vision of the first push, but there was a point in the fight where he didn't have vision. You really just need to be A-clicking.
Yeah.
There was times where Graves was in auto attack range and wasn't hitting something.
A-clicking is just the way to go. Graves should definitely have been focusing down the Ezreal there. He was kind of like he was awkwardly like hitting the turret and the Alistar at the same time, and now he's gonna pick fight where he's dead.
Oh wow.
Or
That's
he
true,
can get
that-
one in return.
Oh man, if he
Yeah.
dodged that bind and made
Binding.
it out, that might have been like play of the night.
That would have been pretty sweet if he would have dodged the binding. But he went Last Whisperer.
Ezra went IE.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw IE and Last Whisperer at the same.
Mm.
Yeah, he went Last Whisperer. Graves is, it's fine for Graves to build Last Whisperer now. And eye edge makes sense on the Ezreal at this point.
Yeah, there are 4 hourglasses in this game. I don't think armor pin's bad for anyone to build.
Yeah. Like, now that I think about it, it's good to have the underpin. That brings up the interesting point of, is Ezreal going to go third item Bork in 40 minutes, or is he going to go Last Whisperer?
In my opinion, at 80 carries, if you can't finish Bork before like 25 or 30 minutes,
yeah.
just don't build it.
Unless you're wrong, and then you can just always build Bork.
Yeah, you should have. If you don't
Yeah,
have
well, if you
Bork
don't have
before
a Bork
20
like
minutes,
25 minutes on Vayne, then
GG.
you're in a little bit of trouble.
That one guy, have you ever watched Prototype White?
Yeah.
He's in the LCS team. He goes IE first on main. He goes IE like BT.
Yeah, there's some people that do that. That's like an old Legolas build that you used to play on Varus. Of like, back when Bloodthirster was such a strong item, you'd go Bloodthirster.
Yeah, BT Last Whisper.
Yeah, BT
Yeah.
Last Whisper was the best build.
I bet those tumbles hurt so bad.
Yeah. Well, I imagine he also maxes Q. Most Vayne's max W these days.
Yeah, he probably doesn't
When
have
you
that.
when you go that attack speed build, you go like, you go Blade of the Ruin King, Static Shiv, and you max W.
Yeah, I see most people just go PD.
Yeah, PD's also a good item in that situation. Well,
There's
Doom
that
comes
one
through.
Korean dude who goes Shiv PD after board. He gets both of them.
Oh, nice slicing. Maelstrom comes in. Mario comes in inside, so it's gonna land. Logo comes through. Tracy's binding on the top, bound on the top side of the fight. He's gonna burn down. Ezreal gets a double. Take the lantern.
When you're playing AD carry in a team fight, and like you're squaring off against a mid laner, like Wild West style, like please do not run in a straight line at them.
Oh yeah, please don't. Especially when you're playing Morgana. Or playing
Yeah.
against a Morgana who has just a 1250 range snare.
Mm.
What is it like? I thought the range on it was like 1250.
The range is the range is ridiculous and the duration's ridiculous.
Yeah, 3 second.
still is
A
like-
1200 range 3-second snare that does incredible amounts of damage. You just don't mess with that. How many dragons? Okay, that's 3 dragons.
I don't think they'll get to 5. I think the game will be over for them.
No, they should be able to finish it here in the next couple minutes. Which brings up the interesting point of, what do they do to close out this game? Because they're 15,000 gold ahead. Do they go Baron, or do they just waltz right up the mid lane and try and take something?
I'd like to see a bunch of people on their team buy pinks and ward out Baron and either bait it or do it. And transition into like a 0-4-1 or a 1-3-1.
Yeah, 1-3-1 would be...
They have Shaco, they can win 3-1.
Yeah, they could... Yeah. I was thinking he would be the other one, because he'd throw the Lissandra in one of the side lanes, and then... Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Shaco.
TP and Shaco.
Yeah. The TP and the Shaco.
Or they could just go 0-4-1 at the Shaco, because Lissandra's kind of behind in items. I don't know how much tower pressure she
the
has.
Death Cap is an interesting purchase. If I could say anything. Oh, and Crown's dead.
Lissandra does really well CDR.
Yeah.
If you watch LCS, you see CDR boots on her a lot.
Yeah,
She didn't go them, so I would have liked to see Morellos or something.
Light comes through. This is starting to turn in Red Team's favor heavily.
Yeah,
They
it
should
is.
have a good hook, though. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, The red team at this point should just be trying to stop the backs so they can keep the push going.
Mhm. Yeah, Baron posture after you get bottom inhibitor is so big.
Yeah. Well, he's dead. There's nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it. He's gonna run and get the kill. Graves, that is a 19-4 Shaco with a Guardian Angel. I wouldn't mess with that. Oh, Striker's gonna get picked off too. They shouldn't even go for Baron. They probably should clear the. They could clear the wave top. Because that is a huge wave developing for the blue team right here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice 12 minions. So they're aggroing this perfectly. Graves! Graves, can you do this? Can you get the steal? No. It's gone. Get zoned off. Ulti comes through. What?
Wait, is that a bug?
Yeah, did you see that too? How it didn't do any damage? The true shot barrage didn't. Oh. Ooh. Okay,
Deleted.
through the black shield. Nice flash pulverize though. Sunny's comes in. No slicing Maelstrom yet. Someone comes through. This is when the 1-3-1 should be going. They have 3 minutes to pull this off.
So Morgana's building Rylai's. I really don't like Rylai's and Morgana.
Oh,
She needs a void. She needs a void stuff for a
You
death
just
cap.
need solid AP. Well, I guess Shaco that makes, or not Shaco, Vygar makes sense that you're not building just straight AP, but
Not Rylai's.
I don't like the Rylai's.
Banshees.
I don't think Rylai's is like. Banshees is like your like your last item.
Against Vygar, you could just do it one early though.
You don't even need like the Banshees, you just need the cowl.
Yeah. You
You
use
know, like-
one thing though. If you're playing someone like Vygar, if you have a bunch of threats in your team, it's not a huge deal if they ult you.
Yeah. Well, Rylai's is finished, and you build another blasting one.
That's
It's either going to be a Void Staff or a Death Cap.
If you have to pick one, you have to pick Void Staff. I would think. They don't have Locket yet though.
They don't have Locket. They have Mikhail's though.
Hmm.
Ow, Graves is dead.
So one thing I want to
Turret.
touch on Kennen. I'm sure Corki players will understand this to a degree. When you're getting ready to engage a fight, find something to auto attack and get your blue star ready. It's the same as Corki. You want to have your big one ready for when you fight.
Yeah.
Like when you go in, you just want to have blue star and then like into your combo, because it'll make getting that stun off way easier in case you like miss a proc or something,
Uh-huh.
and a little more burst.
Yep. Zanya, or the Slicing Missile didn't do that much damage. Double kill for the Shaco. They've got double cannon minions. Double barred up cannon minions. Quadruple barred up cannon minions in the game. And they also have 2 inhibs down.
Kennen's not like Shaco either. If you're this behind, you can't go Landry second. You need to get hard AP once
Yeah.
you have your hourglass.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna die when you ult likely if you get into the middle of the team, so you just need to like suicide bomb essentially.
Mm-hmm. You definitely need to, like I don't want to say death cap.
Void's cheap, he was behind.
Void's cheap. Especially if you're looking for pen. Let's see. Trying to just looking through here real quick. Vygar started building DFG as like his 4th item. That could have realistically been his first, instead of that Morello's.
Yeah, there's a Vygar player in Challenger. He's he did an AMA on Reddit a while ago. He's like 20th in Challenger or something, or he was at that time. But he goes DFG first in like 90% of games.
Yeah, it
So
just
I-
makes the most sense.
It gives you pressure, and it's
So
kind of the
it's-
Syndra factor. I'm a big Syndra player, and like if you play Syndra and you have your DFG or your ultimate up, I don't build DFG a lot on her, but it's similar. The jungler can't walk near you, And if you're playing Kennen and you have DFG and Shaco comes to gank you, you just kill him.
Mm-hmm. Syndra is an interesting pick though, because there's a bunch of items that you can go like first on her and have it make complete sense. I'd say.
I was a big Viger player in Season 3, and I came to the conclusion that Syndra's a better Viger. That's my opinion, but I think their moves are very similar, and I just think Syndra's kind of better at it. So I learned Syndra. I think I have like a 90% win rate with her in ranked. But I ended up going Athene's or Morello's last most games.